Welcome to One Sharp Sword, cutting through to what matters most. I'm your host, Dr. P, Dr. Wayne Pernell, the Exponential Success Coach. It's my birthday. So being my birthday month, week, and it's right here. It's my birthday. So happy birthday to me. There are a few things that I want to share with you when birthdays happen for me. For me, it's a new year. When birthdays happen, I treat them like New Year's Day. And, you know, a lot of people will celebrate. And when January 1st comes, right, you stay up, you toast midnight. I don't do that for my birthday. I actually think it's important to bring in my personal new year with health, and that means rest and sleep and that kind of thing. That said, I do celebrate. I celebrate me, I celebrate my accomplishments, and I celebrate the year past, and I celebrate and look forward to the year ahead. And that's what I want to bring to you today, that any day can be a day when you do this. And I invite you to take some time to actually follow the kinds of things that I do for myself on my birthday, around my birthday, the whole month leading up to it, all that stuff. So take a look. It's a time of renewal, right? For me, it's a time of reflection on the year that has passed. And when was the last time you actually took the opportunity to just sit and think about what have the last 12 months been? You know, there's been a lot of healing. There's been a lot of coming out of this sort of, it's not even a sort of, this global shutdown. We're all coming out. We're all sort of stretching our wings a little bit. We've been shut in. And so now we're stretching and we're seeing, who are we and how are we? So celebrating successes. And along those lines, you document, or I do, and I'll invite you to document the things that didn't go as planned. And I do that so I can learn, right? What did I want to do and what didn't happen? And what do I need to learn from that? It's not a failure. It's a learning opportunity if I treat it that way. Or I could look at a basket of things and it's like, oh, that didn't happen, and that didn't happen, and that didn't happen, and that didn't. It's like, what did happen? What didn't I accomplish? And what parts of those things did I accomplish? And or what didn't I accomplish because I actually had a wish versus a true value and a true investment in doing them? So that's important. These are the kinds of concepts that I want you to be thinking about. If you didn't accomplish something in the past year, the past month, the past week, even yesterday, was it something you wanted to do? So pay attention to that. You know, there's a lot of supposed tos that we put on our list. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to exercise more. I'm going to be more social. I'm going to read more books. All those things. And if you don't really want to do them, you're going to find reasons not to do them. So just be honest with yourself. I don't want to do that. It's a wish. It's not a true value. Awesome. Step into that. So that's part of why I document. It's like, I didn't do that. Did I not do that because it wasn't really in front of me or in my thinking? Or did I not do that because, well, it was a wish. It was a supposed to, it was somebody else's voice telling me I needed to, but I was never invested in it. So it's not going on my to-do list this year. It's not going on my goal list for who I want to be in the coming year. Right. So again, there are no failures along the way. There are learning opportunities, and that's part of that. So I actually use a very special journal, a very special notebook when I do my my birthday writing. And that's different than the regular journal during the year, when I take notes on things, I'm in doing master classes and I'll take notes or I'll think about things that I want to bring to um, my clients, bring to my Exponential Success Summit. What do I want to teach? What do I want to build on? So that's a different journal, right? I use one journal for very personal kind of, these are my hopes, aspirations, wishes kind of thing. This is, wow, like just thinking about stuff. And I notice that when I talk about them, I hold them up and I talk about them, they each have a different tone to them. When I when I hold this up, it's like, wow, this is kind of, I love this in a different way. I love this, and it's very personal. And when I hold this journal up, it's like, wow, I love this because of what it means in terms of what I get to bring and how I get to serve. So, they each matter. And I think it's really important that you know what I do, and that you may want to choose to do two different journals. You may want to choose to do a journal. Either way, write stuff down. And that is a ritual that I do with myself. I take time for myself to reflect and I write stuff down. And most people, if you look at the research on successful people, most people do not write things down, but the people who are successful in the top 5%, they're the ones that wrote their goals down. And that's why I'm encouraging you to do that. I want you to write your goals for the year. And you can use my birthday as a leverage point for that. So, right? Just like, hey, and if not that, then use Q4, like whatever quarter we're coming into. It doesn't have to be the new year. Make it a new, like, delineate it for yourself. Use Q4. Here we are coming into the last quarter of the year. That's awesome. This last quarter, I want to finish this year strong and I want to start the new year big. Fantastic. Do it that way. So I also do use January 1st because, right, my birthday is so close to Q4 that I'll look at what does this quarter hold and what does next year hold. And then I'll use January 1st to do a sort of anchor for me where I lock it in. I said, this is what I wanted to do, and I will lock that in. So that's really important. Also, I use a life balance wheel that I developed. And it's not the only one out there. It is a way of framing the whole idea of really what pieces of my life need a little more attention. And the idea is that it starts at the core. The center is me, and the wheel represents the balance of my life. And I will have 7 or 8 different areas of growth. And so the question is, where do I need to grow some more? And I would say, I'm looking at it on my screen right now. It's like, it's great. It's a great tool. So I would say, where would I need to grow in the area of personal relationships? Where would I need to grow in the area of health? Where would I need to grow in the area of my finances? But that's both personal as well as business. What do I want to be doing for and with myself professionally in my job, etc.? Where am I in my social relationships? Am I having social engagements, or has the pandemic shut me in so far that I've cut off from everyone? Right. And it's time to take that kind of inventory. What about avocational and recreational? Like, what am I doing for fun? By the way, I'm studying a new language. That's one of the things. So, and what about philanthropy? Giving back is so important, right? It's just so important. So pay attention to multiple different areas in your life. and look at how are you doing in those areas. And there are areas for me to celebrate. Like some of them I'm like doing great at. I've restarted in some areas. I've let it be dormant. I'm really focusing in other areas. I just need to fortify. That's a fancy term for saying I need to be paying attention. And you do too, right? So what areas in your life do you need to be paying attention to? And what areas in your life do you need to be celebrating? And do both. So how are you doing in those areas? And really the inventory and the celebration, for me, that's what birthdays are for. So happy birthday to me. Ta-da. Happy birthday to me. And I really do encourage you to get a book. Just get a journal, get yourself in there, get a journal. And then if you've got business ideas, write them in a different journal, right? Find your favorite pen and just sit with yourself. So that's huge. The other thing is figure out where you're investing in yourself. And that was one of the things that I didn't say on that list, but that is a huge area to consider. What's your personal and professional growth? Where are you investing in yourself? And if that matters to you and you want to work with me, for example, you can reach out to me and do one-to-one work, or you could think about coming to the Exponential Success Summit, which is coming up, and just plug in exponentialsuccesssummit.com and take a look around. If you're a fit, that's great. If you're not a fit, that's great. Totally up to you. Limited seating, only 12 people. So it's not like it's going to be throngs, right? But that's the way I like to work. And that is one of the things, by the way, that goes in my journal. How do I want to express myself? What are the kinds of ways that I want to work with people? And it's not, kind of on it's, yes, I want to speak. Yes, I want to do this kind of stuff. That's awesome. But when I work with people, I should say, I want to know that I'm making a difference, and I want them to know that I'm totally connected with them. Right. So if we're working together, I'm completely locked in to working with you. And that's it. That's huge. So happy birthday to me, and happy new year to me, and happy new year to you, should you choose to start your new year right now. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Get yourself a journal or two. Consider coming to the Exponential Success Summit, and I'll see you here next week. This is One Sharp Sword, cutting through to what matters most. I am your host, Dr. Wayne Pernell, Dr. P, the Exponential Success Coach. Thanks for being here.